So, this might be one of the stupidest ideas I've ever had, but I think it could be fun. I like to discover anime just kind of by randomly trying different things. I've used random anime buttons from many different websites. Crunchyroll used to have one, but I don't think it does anymore. If it does, it's very hidden on the website. But I thought maybe a fun way to try and find just new random anime would be just to kind of rabbit troll through Anilist by going just picking an anime at random that I like and just kind of seeing where the recommended, based on this anime you might like other anime kind of suggestion pool leads me. So this is my Anilist. I just feel like I wanna just pick one at random. Let's just try Trigun Stampede. It's a pretty unique anime. Let's see what its recommended anime are. The only one I don't know is this one, so I'm gonna click on it. Japan's post-apocalyptic wasteland replete with dust can only be saved by one thing: fungus. Bisco Akaboshi, a wanted criminal and skilled archer, searches for a legendary mushroom known as a sabikui, said to devour any and all rust. Joining him on his epic saga to save the country is a giant crab and a young doctor. Can this unlikely trio find the fabled fungi and save the land? I'm already sold. I don't know what this is, but I'm interested. I'm just gonna drop this and plan to watch. I'll come back to this for sure. Let's keep going down the rabbit hole. I'm already happy where we're going. I do think I know, or at least I've heard of all of these. I know the least about Desert Punk, so I'm gonna click on it. The Great Kanto Desert is a miserable place. It's also home to the hero for hire Desert Punk, the closest thing to a good guy the Wasteland's got. He's known as the best man for any job, but his reputation is undone by his raging hormones when Kirby Junko uses her double D charms to double cross him. Well, it lost me pretty quickly there at the end. The one I know the least about is Zom 100. This is a newer one. Surviving a zombie apocalypse beats being a wage slave any day. But when a zombie apocalypse ravages his town, it gives him the push he needs to live for himself. Now Akira is on a mission to complete all 100 items on his bucket list before he, kicks the bucket. Okay. The one I know least about is Call of the Night. Let's see here. Wrecked by insomnia and wanderlust, Ko Yamori is driven onto the moonlit streets every night in an aimless search for something he can't seem to name. Interesting. I just know creepiness to the OP, and the OP's catchy. Going of age shonen philosophy. Love triangles. Ew. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know anything about Insomniacs After School. I really don't know the plot of Mysterious Girlfriend X either. Which way do we take this rabbit hole? Let's go Insomniacs. Ganta Nakami is a high school student who suffers from insomnia. Been there. I'm not a high school student anymore, but I still had insomnia in high school. One day he met Hisaki Magari, a girl with the same condition. A strange but special relationship forms as they share a secret and catch up on their sleep in the school's abandoned observatory. Cute slice of life, maybe romance. Romance slice of life, yep. I have never heard of Tsukigakure, and I have not heard of Asteroid in Love. I'm curious about this one. Let's see this. The series focuses on characters Akane Mizuo and Kotara Azumi, two third-year middle school students who become classmates for the first time. This sounds boring. I lost interest at the first sentence. I want something weirder. Let's see here. I feel like I've seen the name just because, but I don't really know anything I'm looking at here. The original anime Just Because focus on subtly portraying the feelings of a group of high school students nearing graduation. We're stuck in slice of life now. This sounds boring. I don't care. Most of these sound boring. Ocean Waves looks interesting. Let's see what this is. This looks old. Ocean Waves is a high school love story set in Kochi, Japan. More slice of life romance. This sounds like a love triangle. This, for anyone who don't know, I hate love triangles. This is one of my least favorite tropes of all time. That's like an instant turnoff for me. I'm intrigued by the art of this. I'm curious. This is a movie. This gives like Ghibli art style. It is Ghibli, yeah. Yokohama, 1963. Umi is a high school student living with her family's hillside home overlooking the sea. Every morning she hosts 2 signal flags towards the bay. In Japan, at the crossroads of traditional and modernism, Umi and Shun share a moving story of friendship, love, and hope. Sounds boring. See what this is. Probably just gonna be more like rural drama, slice of life. Suffering from the frequent asthma attacks, young Anna Sasaki is quiet, unsociable, and isolated from her peers, causing her foster parents endless worry. Long synopsis to say rural countryside drama. Mystery psychological. The only one I don't know is The Case of Hannah and Alice. Let's see. A prequel. Oh, okay. A prequel to the 2004 live-action film Hannah to Alice. Hannah to Alice Satsujin Jiken. The Case of Hannah and Alice. Okay, thank you. We'll tell the story of how 2 female high school leads in the first Hannah and Alice live-action film met. 51-year-old film director. I don't care about any of this. I just want the synopsis. You've told me absolutely nothing other than it's based off of a prequel to a live-action film that I haven't seen. We'll pass. Which looks like it could find me something more interesting. See what this is. Students and best friends Mizore Yoroizuka and Nozomi Kasaki prepare to play a complex musical duet, Liz and the Bluebird, for oboe and flute. For oboe? I don't know music. How do you pronounce that? Though they play beautifully together and have been friends since childhood, Mizore and Nozomi find that with graduation looming, the duet proving difficult, their friendship begins to buckle under the pressure. Oh, it's connected to sound uniform. Okay. That tells me what I needed to know. Uh-oh. We're heading towards the Yuri route. Now, a review Starlight is weird. I've not seen the movie, but I'm tempted to click on it just to get me out of this boring. I'm gonna do that. See, now we're getting to the weird shit that I love. I know most of these though. The only one I don't know on here is Kageki Shoujo. The curtain rises on Oka School of Musical and Theater Arts. Spotlight on Sarasa Watanabe, a starry-eyed 5'10" student who dreams of performing an Oscar. Why does the height matter? But it's at least a more interesting synopsis. Rakugo. Let's get away from the Rakugo. I've never watched anything Rakugo that was vaguely interesting. I've not heard of either of these. This looks boring, so I'm going to click on this. Theater has taken the entire world by storm in the 20th century, and teenager Kokona Otori aims to take the big stage. Not really what I am interested in. Healer girl, I've got no idea. Let's see what this is. We can get some fantasy back in our genre. The world can be healed through music. Well, maybe not. 3 healers in training at the Karasuma Bariatric Clinic learning the art of healing patients' illnesses and injuries by singing. Weird? Okay. We're taking a worse turn. We've got idols showing up. Ugh. Let's see what this is. I think I'm gonna hate it. The war against invading aliens can't be won by missiles alone. Team morale matters as much as launching the counter-assault. Oh, it's related to Strike, which is okay. World with thrilling song and dance. Meh, more idle stuff. Don't care. Strike, which is brave, which is, I don't know. That's all. That's all of this. Get me out of here. Sound of the sky. What are you? Weird banner. In a lonely corner of the world, on the edge of no man's land, sits Clock Tower Fortress. It's home to the 1,121st Platoon of the Helvetian Army, and their newest member is a 15-year-old volunteer named Kanata Sorami, who enlists to learn how to play the bugle. Okay. As the other platoon members train her how to be a bugler and a soldier, Kanata's enduring optimism will inspire them to look for happiness and beauty even in the world haunted by war. How have I found a niche of military and music? I didn't know that was a niche, but apparently it is. Let's get out of the military music with Made in Abyss just to keep this going. I haven't heard of either of these. I've seen this image before. I'm honestly more drawn into what this is though, from the New World. I might regret this. Following the sudden outbreak of psychokinesis in 0.1% of the population, a rapid transformation swept the world. The godlike ability to manipulate matter remotely turned many power wielders to violence, inciting a long period of upheaval. Finally, after a chaotic era shaped by the rise and fall of oppressive regimes, the psychic humans were able to achieve fragile peace by isolating their society, creating a new world bound by complex rules. And the children began to get involved with secret matters such as rumored tainted cats said to abduct children. What? Shinsekai Yori. Actually, I have heard that name before. Shinsekai Yori. I am mildly intrigued. That manga cover is also not what I was anticipating when looking at this art from up here. I'm confused on all spectrums. Cosmic horror, now that's a tag I love. Amnesia, gore, body horror. Fugitive, chimera, anthropomorphism. I'm intrigued enough to throw it in my plan to watch. And we can click on this one too, so we end up clicking on both of them. In the year 2024, it is the year 2024, who'd have guessed it? The world has collapsed, grotesque monsters lurk amongst the ruins of Japan, while remaining people scrape together what they can to survive. Okay, this is, okay. This is throwing me. I know the English title for this one. This is Heavily Delusion. Interesting. Okay, this is actually one I have been meaning to check out. I wish Anilist was consistent on which title that they put. I already have it in my planning. See? The synopsis has me intrigued. I actually did not know the plot of Heavily Delusion or anything about it. It's just one I've heard a lot of good things about. Yeah, no, I'm down. This sounds fun. Let's see here. Train to the End of the World. It's the only one here that I have not heard of. Let's see. A seemingly ordinary rural town, something strange is happening to the residents. Determined to find her, Chizuru and 3 other girls board an abandoned train and travel to the outside world, unsure if they'll make it back alive. As they venture towards the unknown, the question looms: what awaits them at the final stop? That's an intriguing plot to me, but I'm also afraid it's just going to be cute girls doing cute things, and I just could not care less. Oh, this is a currently airing thing. Oh. EMT Squared. I've never heard of this studio. Who are you? I have not seen any of this. I don't know anything about this studio. I'm more intrigued just because of the synopsis combined with, like, Heavenly Delusion, School Live, Flip Flappers, like, I'm intrigued. Trains. There's a high probability of trains in this anime. You damn right. Shape-shifting. Cute girls doing cute. Yeah, I saw that coming. Kyaru. Okay. Surreal comedy, cosmic horror, tragedy. Those are like 3 of my favorite tags. You know what? I'm in. Plan to watch. So I think I found a couple interesting ones I want. Let's see, Train to the End of the World. This is currently airing. I would check that out. Yeah, so we looked at a bunch of anime. Honestly, I think out of all of the ones we looked at, these ones are the ones that I am most intrigued by. Probably check them out at some point. I think the one I'll watch first is this one, Sabikui Abisco. This just sounds weird as fuck, and I'm into it. I think it might have the worst rating of the 4 of them. It does. That doesn't mean anything. Some of my favorite anime have terrible ratings on Anilist, which is like an absolute tragedy. Looks just weird enough, I'm into it. All 3 of these ones though, I think this one intrigues me the most. I feel like this has so much potential to be really cool, but also has a high probability of just being uninteresting. We'll see. I'm very curious about this one. I'll probably check this one out also. I might check this one out first since it's currently airing. But Jinsuka Yori, I have definitely heard of before. Same with Heavenly Delusion. This one I've definitely been meaning to check out, so yeah. I feel like this was a successful rabbit hole, and I'm happy to see where it's taken me. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna watch some anime, so I'll see you guys later. Bye bye!